Hi, Bolts here. I don't know how this is going to go, so this is my first experimentation with an unboxing with this camera. So, got a new webcam, or a new action camera. Apparently it can be used as a web camera as well. So it's one of these ELECAMs. These new ones, the S model, not quite a smarter box, although I don't really care about it. If I can find my old box, these are the kind of boxes that the original ones used to come in, sort of sliding action, all very smart and fancy and posh, although I must admit, once I've opened it, that's it, doesn't get used anymore, so doesn't matter too much. So this is the box these come in. So quite plain, it's got the specs on the back in case you need to check back on those. This is got from Banggood. It was on a pre-order, so it's just come in now. So inside, looks similar to the other one. We've got two boxes. So I'm guessing this one's the camera. So let's get this one out first. So in here, there's the battery. Oh, 900 milliamp hour. I'm sure the others are slightly higher capacity. Hopefully these batteries are the same as the other cameras, because I bought a couple of spares for the other one, and it would be a pity if I now have to get some more spares, because I haven't really used those much yet, so there's lots of life left in them. It's like some tape over it, need to take off. So here's the camera. They supply these with all the waterproof case, a bit like the GoPro. So we've got waterproof case, can't remember what depth it's down to. Haven't tried it with the other one, and it's been alright. It's in rain, so it's safe for use. In wet conditions, so I haven't risked taking it to any submersion, not that I go diving or anything like that. I doubt it's rated for too deep. So to get these out, we'll release the spring and pull, which releases the back, and then out slides the camera. So on one side we've got the memory card slot, USB, there's a HD mini or micro type in there, a couple of control buttons. Looks very similar to the other one. If I can find, here we are, this is the original one. We put them side by side. So you're very much the same configuration. I wonder if they are exactly the same size. So to put the battery in, what is this? Got a slightly different catch on the bottom now. And I've lost it on the floor, as you usually do with these. Do wish these things had just a spring on, really, or a hinge on the corner would be nice, so that they stayed a bit more captive. So put the battery in. Not sure whether I like this fit better than the other one or not. The old ones used to have a spring that you had to pull back to release it, to push it in, whereas these are, or they just clip in afterwards. Usual thing, these things are absolutely covered in stickers. One on the lens, a sticker with some warnings on there. The back's probably got a sticker on as well. Might leave that on there for now. Oh, there's not one on the. Oh, yes, there is one on the front of the lens here as well. Let's find a memory card for this as well. So these take micros. I've got one here that I got recently. I think I got these off from My Memory. So these are the spring ones, so when you want to get them out you just spring it out and it flies across the wherever you are and disappears and you can't find it. But no, they are quite handy, so they'll stay captive once they're in. So I'm guessing this should power up now. Looks like the TF format, and of course all the things like the time need setting. Once they're set, I seem to think the pain with these is if you take the battery out to change the battery, you lose the time and you have to reset the time. So it's fine as long as you put a battery in and keep it in, but if you keep swapping and changing batteries and you want critical timestamps, then that can be a bit of a pain. Usually quite configurable, these. Let's see what there is on the menus. So let's see, we can, oh, it's gone off the menu. We'll probably find it in the menus anyway. So we can set, I think this one will be what mode we want. So this one is time lapse, just taking photographs. Here's the settings. So if I step through the menus, we'll go to the settings one and we'll reformat it. So hopefully that'll be okay now. If not, I'll have to put it into a computer and format it in there. The other one seemed to work straight off. So we can say what resolution we want. This one we can do video up to 4K, but at 4K we've only got 30 frames per second. So we can reconfigure this to 2.7K, also only at 30 frames per second. We get 1080p at 60 frames per second. So I'll probably pick that to start off with. Do you want to record the sound? We've got time-lapse modes, slow motion. We can configure what resolution we want to take the photos at. We can set timed ones. We can set it to take shots every so often. These are quite nice. You can turn Wi-Fi on, so you can control this from your phone by just installing an app on there and leaving this somewhere. So if you can't get at it because of where it's mounted, you can use your phone to stop and start. We've got a driving mode on there. It means when you switch the camera on, it just starts recording on loop mode, so you can kind of use it a bit like a dash cam. I'm going to try that with my other one and probably leave the other one in that mode. Put it back into the case here, and all of the functions are available from all the buttons. So you've got the power switch on the front. When you turn that on, you can press through on all the menus, so there's no limitation now that it's in the case. The only slight limitation that there is the sound, because if you want the microphone to pick up, it can't pick up as well because it's sealed inside of a box when it's in this. But there's usually another back in there that has the accessories that lets you do that. It's recognising the memory card now. So let's have a look what other accessories this thing comes with. I'm guessing it's similar to the first one. So go back to the big box. We've got this other one in here. And it there's all the different attachments for fitting onto the bottom. So you've got the long screw that goes onto the base. This has got one for sliding into a cradle, mounted by default at the moment. But you've got these that you can mount in there. These are useful for if you want to set a couple of these together and be able to mount it and twist it on different axes. You can fit them together. And the camera just slots into this one. It's got the fittings for a standard camera mount, so you can slot the camera into there, not while it's in its case, that's out of the case. It can easily be accessed. You can still get at the buttons. USB cables for the recharging, handy lens cleaning cloth included. We've got, so look at this one, I think this has the camera mount. So in here we've got, you can mount this on and then that can screw into a camera base, and then this one's the opposite of it, so that can screw into those mounts. We've got our cable ties, so if you want to mount some of these other mounts onto something, like a helmet. We've got one here for mounting it on your bike, so mount this on the tubular steel. This one's another one similar to these, that you can set different angles for it to be mounted at, to be able to set sort of better positioning really, especially if you're mounted on a bike or something like that. You might need to be able to set a couple of angles rather than just one. We've got a captive metal cable in there. We've got some sticky bases for going on to these kind of mounts. So sometimes you can get these to go onto your cycle helmet. We've also got some velcros, so you could mount it on your wrist or velcro it around other things just to hold it in place temporarily. This one's one that fits into some of the other adapters. It gives you a clip to be able to clip it onto something, and then you can slide. I think it's on these. Can't remember exactly. There's that many different adapters with these. And this is the alternative back. So first you might look and think, oh, they've sent me a spare one, that's handy in case I damage it. But no, this one has holes in it. So what you'll find is there's a hole on each side, so the sound can get through. So you can fit these on the back, but definitely don't try putting it into water once you've got these things on the back. Some instructions. One more piece left in there. This one's another one of these angled pieces, but it's angled the other way. Some instructions. We've got a user manual. It is in English. So we've got how to use it, how to set it up. There's a list of all of the adapters. You've got some QR codes there for getting the app so that you can connect to it via Wi-Fi. If you're not sure about the actual size of it, I could give you a better scale here. So if we put it next to a ruler, you get the feeling here for, you can see, you can't see that under the light. Yeah, I think most of the digits are visible there, that way. Take it out of the case. It's probably an easy way for you to see it. So I'll probably do another one once I could actually do some footage with the camera and see how that looks. I did consider trying to use these cameras as the camera for filming these, but they have such a wide angle. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to work very well. I haven't got a big enough clear space, and I finished up with the light not covering a wide enough area and the angles. So I've tried this camera. We'll see how it goes. This is the first attempt. Otherwise, yeah, I'll try some footage with the cameras. I can upload that in the future. Probably try some as the dash cam as well, see how it works through a windscreen. I've got a mount for that I can show as well in another video. So hopefully this is going to be a good purchase. Alright, see you again.